Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. This is Tower of God Season 2, the review. Now, there's a couple reasons why I'm doing this video. First off, first reason, still can't read Season 3. Hopefully next week I can. We'll see how that goes. Second reason, you guys know I read all of Season 2 of Tower of God. Loved it. Thought it was great. I didn't get the opportunity to review all of it. I was reviewing parts of it in little segments. You know, I had the Floor of Death review, the Last Station review, but I never did any of them for like the beginning parts of Season 2. And that's sad, because I loved the beginning parts of Season 2. Most of them, especially the workshop battle. Love that shit. Anyways, haven't done any of that, and I really want to get to that. I really want to reminisce, talk about all the great parts of Season 2 of Tower of God. And plus, I haven't talked about Tower of God in a long time, and I kind of miss it. It makes me sad, a little bit inside. So, that's another reason for doing these videos. Third reason, I forgot what video it was. Fuck, I think it was the Floor of Death. I lost one of my review videos. I lost it. I can't find it. I have a huge ass hard drive over there with so many videos. Can't find that one, and that pisses me off. So, that's what I'm here for. We are gonna dive into all the little itty bitty parts of Tower of God Season 2. What went right, what went wrong, all the shit that went down, because it's the biggest season. It's pretty fucking huge, man. This season, it's great. It's monumental. I won't say it's better than Part 3 because I haven't read Part 3, but it's definitely, in my opinion, better than Part 1. How could you even compare the two, man? Season 2 is insane. Season 2 is incredible. I cannot wait to rant and fucking nut all over this season. I didn't need to say that. And you know what? There's a lot of parts in this season that really go unnoticed. And frankly, parts that I just forgot about. I'll be honest with you. I forgot about a lot of the things that happened in Season 2. And I feel like that's probably the vibe that, the shit that happened to a lot of people. So, this is going to be great. This is going to be great for me. This is going to be great for you as we reminisce and rekindle our emotions over Tower of God Season 2. It started on such a crazy ass, dude, it was wild. It was absolutely insane. Coming after Season 1 of Tower of God, where my boy Bam gets fucking shoved off a fucking, just shoved into the fucking black abyss, and he comes out a savage. I forgot. I'll admit it, I forgot how savage my boy Bam came out on the other side. It's insane, man. We're gonna do this shit. I don't know how long this series is gonna last. It's probably gonna last a bit. I'm not gonna redo like the Last Station, the videos I already have out of there. Which ones did I do? I did the Last Station. I gotta redo the Floor of Death. I think the Hidden Floor, that's the one I kept. I still got the Hidden Floor, re-uploaded that one. Good shit there. But I gotta redo the Floor of Death, which the Floor of Death is sick. It's absolutely sick, man. So, this is gonna be fun. The Tower of God Season 2 review. I'm not going to do Season 1 because, I mean, you could just watch the anime and review it for yourself. But Season 2, that shit's hot. Let's do this shit. Tower of God Season 2, The Prince of Jahad, or Zahad. Do people... people say Z more? That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Yes, this is the very first parts of Season 2, and it's kind of weird. Very confusing if you just don't know what's going on, like me, like a ignorant person like myself. Yes, this arc is insane. We get introduced to so many important new characters, and the whole time in this arc, you're like, hey, what happened to everybody from the first season? You made me love all these guys, my boy Aguero, fucking Shibitsu. What happened to them? Where are they at? No, they're irrelevant. They don't matter anymore. This is the start of a new group. My fucking boy, Mr. Wang Nanjia. Love this dude. Love him. Blonde-haired, yellow-haired dude. He's got a fucking army coat. It's sick. I love this man. Yeah, hella characters. Hella characters get introduced. Very important. Honestly, though, I'm kind of hit or miss. I'm kind of hit or miss about this part, and I'll explain why. If you remember back to the very early parts of the Prince of Jahad arc, this whole saga that we're in, Your biggest thing, the biggest thing on your mind is what's up with my boy Bam? What's up with my boy Bam? Where is this dude? Is this dude with the long hair and the weird shadowy cloak? Is this my boy Bam? Is this what he's become now? Well, yes, it is. But I feel like everybody knows. Everybody knows it's Bam even before like he gets the reveal. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't read it at the time, so I don't know. I don't know if the community was torn, if this is my boy Bam or not. But to me, it made sense that it was Bam. But anyways, that's one of the big things on your mind when you're reading this arc. Second thing on your mind, why all the new characters? Why are they significant? What's up with this? I mean, looking back at it now, I do mess with a lot of these characters, like the boy Wang. Obviously, he's pretty important. Yeah, he's pretty important to like the whole series, but you also got the girl Yiwa. You got the boy Arc Raptor. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Arc Raptor. The boy Prince. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, the boy Prince. You got a lot of important characters. Even I'd even throw my fucking boy what's his name? Horiang. Yeah, I would throw Horiang in there too. I mean, we don't see him like at all for the entirety of season 2, but when you think about it, when you get to like the workshop battle, everything going on after that, before that, very important character with these ignition weapons and all that shit. Very important. So you get introduced to, and this is what I really love about Tower of God. You get introduced to all these different plot points that literally you could just pick and choose when you want to throw these in the stories. And that's great. So many different avenues, so much world building, just in this little jam-packed arc of season 2. And that's why it's so good, man. That's why it's so important to the entirety of what's going on. My boy Urek gets introduced in this arc. You remember that shit when they were in the belly of that fucking beast? Yes, he gets introduced. This is insane. This is great writing. This is great storytelling. Literally, you can just pick and choose. I know I said it already, but it's that simple. It's that easy. That's why I love that shit. Tower of God is great, man. Tower of God is absolutely great. And this arc set the tone for what's gonna happen in season 2 and maybe in season 3. I don't know. I haven't read season 3. There's probably a lot of these plot points that get pushed right into season 3. So season 2 did a phenomenal job at that. It did a phenomenal job at setting up what was a pretty like not so expansive universe. I mean, season 1 was all right at expanding the universe, but this first arc of season 2 explodes. It explodes everything. There's so much world building. There's so many new avenues to take. It's crazy. That is great job. Great job. Amazing. You could even talk about my boy Wang and his ring. That was shown in like the first chapter of season 2, man. So yeah, season 2 was the Prince of Jahad. This whole arc is great. It is great at expanding the universe and setting up the future. Secondly, I feel like this is kind of where season 2 is the power scaling season. The whole season of Tower of God, season 2, is the power scaling season, right? You see some shit happen. You realize the strength of some of these guys that you didn't think was possible in season 1. Think about season 1. What kind of fighting did we see in season 1? It was not at all to the level of season 2, especially when we get later on in like the last station and all that shit. It gets crazy. It gets absolutely insane. And in the Prince of Jahad arc, we kind of get to see some of that. Remember Urek versus Bam. That's a crazy fight. That's one of the craziest fights we've seen up until now. My boy Bam, it's been 6 years. And you know how time works in Tower of God. It's really weird. It's not normal time, but it's been 6 years and my boy Bam has undergone the training arc that one can only dream of. This guy's gotten insanely strong. He's got Shinzu saucers now. He's blasting shit out of his hands. He's got bangs in his... Yeah, he's insane. He's absolutely insane. This is the tool of Thug. He's going to get the thorn and he's going to mess shit up. That's my boy Bam up until now. And you get to see some of the fighting, some of the scaling that we have never seen in Tower of God before. And then we're going to obviously see more of that in the workshop battle later down the line. But this is the Prince of Jahad we're talking about, which is, in hindsight, now that I keep saying it in my mind, why the fuck is the arc called that? And obviously, you do got my boy Bam fighting against Urek, fighting against that ranker in the beginning. I think his name is Luck. Yeah, fighting against him. You get shown Urek, you get shown Karaka, I believe. You get a sense that there's some strong people There's some strong people in this world. And again, this is kind of going back to my first point. It's very expansive, and it's very nice at building up what's to come in this season. Good work. Great job there. Thirdly, this is a point of its own, and it's about the girl Ryun. The girl Hwa Ryun, the redhead witch guide girl that just apparently became the most important part of season 2. Because in season 1 they barely showed her, but in season 2, man, this girl is insane. Ryun, yeah, she picks up in this part of the whole series, bro. She picks up. She becomes the unit of Tower of God, literally telling the story of the whole season. Ryun runs the show, right? She runs the show completely, and we see that. We see that in this arc particularly. The girl Ryun is in charge of the whole show. My boy Bam, guided by the girl Ryun saving the boy Bam. You saw that in season 1, saving the boy Bam, setting him up for the whole Fug journey, right? Remember in this part of the season, my boy Bam is content on becoming the Slayer of Fug. That is his goal. His goal is to become the Fug Slayer. Now, we kind of forget that, right? We kind of forget that later down the line because this dude is so hell-bent on not caring about Fug at all. But remind you that at the beginning of this season, this man was so set on Fug as his profession, getting trained by the boy Ha Jin Sung. Not rest in peace, he's not dead yet, but man, that guy took a beating. It's crazy. It's crazy seeing how my boy Bam evolves, man. It's crazy seeing how down bad this man was. This dude was so down bad in the beginning of season 2, man. It's insane. Literally, the boy Wang was the main character. He was the main character of this Prince of Jahad arc. And I mean, it's kind of named after him, but still, he was the main character. And it kind of shows. It kind of shows when you look back at it. My boy Bam kind of was in the background for a lot of it until they actually reveal that he is Bam, even though we all knew he was Bam. Nevertheless, though, you get to see him doing crazy shit with his power. Eventually, down the line, we get to see my boy Wang get a lot of power. And man, this arc, I'm looking back at it now. I really didn't care about this arc. I started this video thinking that I was just gonna shit on this arc, but this arc is so underappreciated, man. Does such a good job at building up the world, building up all these new characters that we have, building up the power scaling, future plot points, dude. Oh, it's fucking great. So for the majority of the Prince of Jahad arc, for the majority of this part of the season 2 of Tower of God, it's really just the crew, the new team. The new team, bear in mind, these are brand new characters we know nothing about. It's really about them traveling the floors of Tower of God, doing these dungeons, doing these tests, knocking things out left and right. You get to learn about their backstories, about everything. They get developed. Every one of them, actually. Every one of them has a pretty good moment throughout this season. You got the whole Zagina, whatever it's called. The whole flower thing with Yiwa, that thing happens. That's pretty good. Everything with my boy Arc Raptor and his daughter and Miss Sang, this new girl that he wants to look at. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff there. The boy Prince is coming around. The whole arc, really. I mean, this dude does a full 180. This guy was a dickhead in the beginning, but man, this guy really changes. Everything with Hori Yang. Everyone has their moment. Even the boy Wang. Everybody has their moment throughout this season. But we do get teased near the end. We do get teased with the boy Kun Aguero with his weird-ass fit. You remember that fit he had, dude? He was looking like a fucking Boy Scout, man. We get teased the boy Aguero, Shibitsu, all of them. We get teased that they're coming. We're going to the workshop. They're coming 2 years later, I think, some shit like that. They go to the 30th floor. And that's kind of what I like about this arc, too. It does such a good job at connecting what is now the new squad of Bams, his new lifestyles of Fug Slayer, all these goals he has to accomplish, get the Thorn, all that shit right, the girl reunions got him on the path, all that stuff, right? It does a good job at fusing that with the story that we were told in season 1, right? Because remember, everybody thinks Bam is dead. Everybody thinks Bam is dead, and we have none of this shenanigans, none of this bullshit with Emily that happens later on. We'll get to her. We'll get to her. Don't worry. We have none of that going on yet. But you need this arc to fuse these two stories because they're two different stories, right? And that's how it happens. And that's another reason why I love the workshop battle, because we finally get the fucking fusion. I think that's about it, though. That's about it. I covered mostly everything I wanted to talk about. Everything with the world building, the new characters, how they're developed, the bringing of the people from season 1, the fusion that's coming later on. This arc is good at building up what's gonna happen in season 2, but there's a few bad things. There's a few bad things about this arc. Not really bad things, just, you know, not great things that happens in this arc. Mainly, the one I really want to talk about is the new characters. I know, especially for me, I wish I have the video. I could watch the video if I want. But I know for me, when I sat down and read season 2 of Tower of God, when I started it, episode 1, chapter 1, right? When I sat down and read it, I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Why are all these characters here? It's like I got thrown into a whole different manga. And I'm sure that's a thing that happened to a lot of us. I'm sure that's a feeling we all felt when we sat down and read season 2 of Tower of God, right? We're so confused. What's going on? We're on a whole different floor, whole different batch of characters. You might not even know that the dude with the ponytail is Bam. You might not even know that. So it's a whole different setting. We're revolved around this boy Wang. Who the hell is Wang? I've never heard of this guy before. I want my fucking Sergio Aguero, bro. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. We just get this whole new story. And yes, it makes sense later down the line. Hello, that's why I'm making this video. It all makes sense later down the line, but it could be really scary and really confusing when you just get thrown into a whole different world, bro. And that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like coming in to season 2 of Tower of God. And then obviously the artwork of season 2, it definitely picks up. Of this arc particular, that's the one we're talking about, Prince of Jahad. Of course it picks up. We love the 4K Ultra HD shit we get later on in the last station, but it's not the same. It's not the same in this arc. And yeah, it picks up, so I can excuse that one, but dude, I'm so confused when I jumped into season 2. I read the prologue. I didn't talk about the prologue chapter. I guess I could talk a little bit about the prologue chapter. Prologue chapter does a very good job at teasing shit. Again, you're going to be really confused because you don't know. It's like they're speaking in fucking cursive, bro. You don't know what's going on. They're speaking in tongues, dude. You do not know what. It's in code. With the girl Yuri and the other sister of Jahad, daughter of Jahad she's talking about. It's weird shit with all the lighthouses. You don't know what's going on. You see all these glowing squares. That's the feelings I had. I just verbally, audibly told you what I felt when I read season 2, the prologues, chapter 0. That's what I felt. A lot of confusion, and that's a recurring theme in the Prince of Jahad, this part of Tower of God. And you know what? It's pretty good. You know, when I started this video, I told you that there are parts of Tower of God that are underappreciated, that go over everybody's head. And the Prince of Jahad is definitely one of those arcs, man, that go over everybody's head. Looking back at this shit, dude, I just read a few of the chapters and I'm like, damn, the connections, the fucking, oh my god, the world building, bro, the possible plot things you could just throw in whenever you want. They're great. They're absolutely great, man, and it's such a good thing when all of those connections finally end up connecting, and that is something I am very grateful for the Prince of Jahad. Listen, if you're a fan of Tower of God, if you're a fan of the series and you forgot all about this arc, I urge you to go reread it because you might find something new. You might find something brand new. It's one of those beautiful things, man. It's one of those beautiful things when you find buried treasure in the first few chapters of a fucking series, man, and it's beautiful. Guys, that is my review, my little spiel about the Prince of Jahad arc. I'm gonna be doing a lot of these for all the little arcs. Next is the workshop battle. Woo! 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 How long was this video? Because it's probably gonna be double for that one. Because man, that arc is fire. That arc is absolutely insane. I cannot wait to make that video. That's gonna be great, guys. Prince of Jahad, great arc. Let me know how you feel about it. How do you feel about this arc? You think it's shit or do you think it's great? I think it's great. I used to think it was pretty bad, but now I just did a whole like 15-minute spiel about it, dude. This is a great arc, dude. Such a great, dude, you could just pick and choose anything you want from this arc. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Guys, I cannot wait to make more of these videos. Like I said, stay tuned for when I drop them. Hopefully, I'll be reading Season 3 pretty soon. I hope I can. I hope I can. Oh, I'm looking at a picture of my boy Arc Raptor, man. What a beautiful guy. What a beautiful fucking lineup this guy has. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.